Why, hello and welcome everybody, it is Pohx again, and today we are going to go ahead and explain all about Greater Howling Abyss. Now, Greater Howling Abyss is a level 50 hard mode dungeon. Well, I guess the greater part would be the hard mode, located about right here in Hell Swamp. And today in our group, we have a little bit of an interesting team comp. So before I start, I want to explain a little bit about it. You don't need a tank for this dungeon. You can have like mobility classes that are able to just outrun or outrange everything, and that's no problem. But in our comp, just for people who are going to ask, we have a Caretaker, a Hierophant, a Sorrow Song, a Primeval, and myself as Daggerspout. And of course, this is overhealed by a large margin, but we're not running it based off of just for the sake of running it. We're running it for the people who need the gear, and this just happens to be the classes that we're playing while we're running the dungeon. So I'm going to go ahead and explain pretty much everything while I'm doing it, and I may do a video scheduled just for the bosses. So with that being said, we shall start. So here we go. The first pack is able to be skipped. You can literally just pat by the left right here. This next big room, there's going to be mobs up above that throw barrels down at you, kind of like Donkey Kong. We pulled? Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead and run by. Oh, they did it, yeah, look at that. So there's an example of me being bad. You can either sleep and or bubble this one target and move across. Once you get up the vine, they'll pretty much de-aggro. They won't be able to do much to you. Oh. You gonna die, Zar? I think he's gonna die. Sad face. That was my bad on the pull. Did I realize? I couldn't even believe I pulled. So you can be bad like me and get your healer killed. So that's one thing. The next one is you move over across to the side here. Typically I just knock down this one guy. Now you have two rooms. You have one on the left, one on the right. Either a chest will spawn here or a chest will spawn right here. There's a couple ways of doing it. You can stealth grab it, usually just to make sure I just meteor them in the face. It just prevents a lot of the messing up with stealth. And after that, you grab the key, you backflip, and you can just stealth and drop threat. If that doesn't drop threat, you can play dead, and play dead will drop threat as well. Which I don't have on my bar for some reason, so let's swap this out. There you go. And you can play dead. Although I did it way too late and now they're going to there, so I'm really messing this run up. And off the ledge he goes, so it's no problem. Okay. Open it up. Target's marked as number 1, so we're gonna go ahead and pull all these eggs. Number 1's being bubbled right now. Alright, so the cool thing about this room is anything with eggs, you can throw a torch and it does extreme amounts of damage to you. And we're gonna wait for number 1 to come down. Number 1 is pulled. Okay. Can wait for the pat to come across. Number 1's pulled. Now, rather than fighting the pack on the right-hand side, you can also skip it. All you need to do is take your torches, and you can chuck them over to the little, I guess this little barricaded section. And down it goes, and remember with the egg, you just grab a torch, and after it spawns, you can just chuck the torch at it, and the mobs take extreme amounts of damage. Oops.
And a tap pull.
Well, having a... Did it pull? It did pull. Okay. Actually, only one pulled. Run in the room. This is like the worst video to record. You fucked up on every pull.
Should I start over?
No. It's okay. That's good that people can see the mistakes. So, alright. Now, here's the first boss. He's relatively easy. So some things that he does is he'll do a spawning where he'll spawn the eggs. You can burst down the eggs and the ads won't have to come. He does something called ice shards where it puts ice around underneath people's feet and you pretty much just jump out of it or you walk out of it or else you get frozen for 2 to 3 seconds. He has a cone-shaped venom AoE. He has a tail swipe. He has a charge. One thing to note about his charge is when he does charge, it's just a line charge. He goes, well, he doesn't go immune, he goes enraged, which means he strips himself of all debuffs and takes reduced damage for that. And I believe that's pretty much it, right? That should be it. One thing to note is as his health diminishes, he will gain an increased amount of eggs that he spawns. I believe it's 2. I haven't seen a little bit more than that. But Here we go. So I'll let you guys know when.
Yeah, it goes from 2 to 4.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. There's this eggs. Gangster and Colder on ads. Ashley, innervate, please.
5 seconds.
Okay, no problem. There's ice shards. You can see you can literally just walk out of it. It's right here on the floor.
Just use it.
Thank you. Spawning ads. Ice shards spread. Ashley has threat. Innervating. Thrash. That's his tail swipe.
Ignore ads.
Yep. Burn boss, burn boss. Okay. Now this boss has a chance of dropping a bow called Child's Killer, which is a pretty good bow that most people look for. I know it has a 5% increased damage on Endless Arrow and pretty much every other ranged skill, so it's pretty cool. One thing to note is, I'm not claiming for this to be the best way to do the run at all. This is just simply the way we've done it, and we pretty much never wipe doing this. Alright, next up we have just a simple ogre. It's no problem. Now, the one cool thing about this is after you kill the ogre, 3, 2, 1, go. He drops a little axe, and you can use it to kill pretty much all the ads, which I'll show you right now. Stay to the left, and you can skip all the mobs here. Here's the little axe, and you spin, and it pretty much one-shots everything. Well, for the most part. And that would be this room. Okay, in this room, all you're gonna do is stick by the right. You can pull both eggs. Make sure you don't select anything. Don't get stuck on this little campfire. Just run across, or the little torch. Just run across it. Everybody can come right in this little section. I think the mob. Did he aggro? Did he not aggro? Okay, here he comes. Okay. Number 1 is marked. 3, 2, 1. Focus. 3 is being bubbled. Number 3 is coming down right now. Target's falling. Okay. Next up, you're going to get this little barrel that was on the left-hand side. You pick it up, back away, and it will essentially one-shot everything. Sometimes it'll live like 100 health, just like that one, and you can just attack it and it will die. This room, we have a patrol that goes from left to right, mainly on the left-hand side, which we have pulled right now. And then you're going to have the little Medusa section, which is also another pretty cool thing to do. Okay, let's move on. I'll let you know when. 3, 2, 1, go! When you kill Medusa, Medusa will drop this little head. Make sure that everyone has to loot, same thing with the golem, or else it will not pop. So everyone's got to roll on this little jester if it drops, and there it is right there. You use it, and the knights get one shot. From this section, there's going to be these little trade packs. There's 3 trade packs, well there's more than 3, but there's 3 little stones that you put them on. And then the gate will open up. From the gate, there's one little guy in here, you can usually just see him. You walk across, pick up or hit the lever, and then you can go back to your group. And that opens up this door here. Having fun, Zar?
Yeah.
You guys like Zar's little cape? It's a nice little happy face. Okay, so now we are nearing the second boss, where you can run right by. There's 2 patrols usually. Well, 1 to 2 patrols. We're just going to grab it because you have to wait for the boss to spawn. Should be coming right now. There we go. Alright. So for this boss, he's got a couple things that he does. He likes to jump around and deal, I guess, damage. He randomly jumps between targets. He's got really high initial burst, and you gotta be careful on running near the wall because there's like these little Donkey Kong guys that will throw stuff at you. Periodically throughout the fight, he will spawn these little ice soldiers. Typically, if you're new to the fight, I'd recommend you wait till 4 ice soldiers appear before you get him to about, I don't know, 50%. So just wait off a little bit. Then he'll go into a phase where he'll start spinning in fire. What you have to do is you have to get the little guys to... You have to pretty much stand inside their face, and you get these slowing debuffs until you become completely frozen. When you're completely frozen, you immune his fire damage. There's also another way of doing it, which you can just go immune to magic damage. For example, we have a 50 Oromancy who has protective wings, and we can all just group up, and you can tank it like that. It doesn't one-shot, so you can survive it if you don't. Just have really, really, really high magic defense, and make sure that everyone knows what's about to happen. It also will inflict a dot that does about 500 damage a second after. Also, throughout the fight, he will do this, I think this little thing on the floor. I'm not sure if he does it, but it's like a little cringing sound, and I'll let you know if it pops up. I could be wrong on this guy, though. So I'll let you guys know when. 3, 2, 1, go. Gangster start now. Thank you. Okay, so about that really, really, really high burst, that was a really unlucky crit with my Nadachi for 7,600, which has never happened before. So here's one ice soldier. That was really interesting. That has never happened before. Innervating now. Here's another ice soldier. Now these are the guys you can use to get frozen. Group in the middle, group in the middle.
Wing up.
And here is the AoE Boom Boom, which you can see we can immune. Yep. And we've got barrels coming down, so spread out from the barrels. Hard cast. Down he goes. Nope. Not too sure what this guy drops. I think he dropped. Does he drop? Also, the first boss drops a one-handed spear, right? I think he drops. Yeah. I'm not sure what this guy's like main drop is, and I do know.
This guy is the staff.
Is it? There's a staff in here.
Scepter?
Yeah, scepter. I mean. Sorry.
The next guy is the scepter.
Okay.
Alright, so here's the same thing. We have one patrol over here, and we've got the giants. Let's go ahead and torch this egg over here, please. 3, 2, 1. Target giant now. The lever and you're good to go. Okay, this is a patrol pack. You want to wait for the guy on the glutton to go from the right. He'll patrol back to the left, and you can skip essentially everything in this room. Now with here, you got to be careful that you don't mess this up. Just simply walk forward, tap the barrel, and back away. These barrels will one-shot you. Not one-shot, but if you drop a barrel here, it'll chain explode everything and kill you. So you gotta be a little careful with that.
Is that considered magical damage?
What's up?
Is the barrel considered magical damage?
I'm honestly not sure what type of damage is considered. Okay.
One time I want to test the barrel with protective wing.
Yeah, make sure not to bone wall this one. 1 is being focused, 2 is CC'd, 3 is bubbled. This is one of the hardest pulls, not hardest pull, it's the most damaging pull in here. So, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, they're both CC'd. Gangster hit 2, please. 2 is being pulled. Gangster at 3, please, if you can. 3 is being pulled. Number 1 on the right's being pulled right now. Target's pulled. Number 1 on the left's being pulled right now. These are all just weak 9Ks or 2Ks. What's up?
I was gonna have to ask you if I can get that one drop in my chest.
Okay. Alright, so for this boss, there's 4 little water spots, and then you have this section up here. So during this boss fight, he's going to, first off, this boss does a lot of magic damage, and periodically throughout the fight, he will do this water phase where this section will all rise, and if you're not inside one of these little 4 corners or up here on the torch, you'll essentially take like 1,000 damage a second and be unable to do anything. Now, note that if you're on these water spout things, you still can't hit unless you're doing instant cast abilities or things like Mana Stars, etc. Being over here, you don't take the damage. You don't take the damage and you're able to cast. However, if you bring him over to everybody, he gets to, you know, do his chain lightning and bouncy bounce. He'll also spawn fire elementals around the area and air elementals. The air ones, I believe, explode. I'm not exactly sure how much damage they do. Sometimes they seem to do a very low range of, well, very low to a very high range, so I'm not exactly sure on that, so you guys can clarify if you know. The fire ones just do these little line AoEs that are very simple to dodge. It's essentially like a line AoE coming out of them, like a PB AoE, but it's not really a PB AoE. I don't know. It's really simple. If they're next to you, just kill them. If they're in the back, you just leave them alone. Also, the boss will put like this little misty, this little wispy colored thing on the floor. You jump out of it. If not, you can get either feared or silenced, I believe. And the last one is like this little combustion looking flame appears, and if you don't dodge it, you just sidestep it as well, you take a couple thousand damage to the face. Other than that, it's a lot of consistent damage on the person that's tanking, and as said before, he is a magic damage fight. There's a magic damage fight, so using magic defense is usually the best way to tank him. I'll let you guys know when. Actually, don't hit early. Oh yes, there you go. There's also fire that he puts, which does about 500 a second. Okay, remember, just go easy on the damage at first. I'm silenced. And there's the water. And there's the fire. It's jumping out of it. There's the little wispy thing that I'm slowed in so I can't get out. And there's the sleep. Gangster, take both fire release, please. Innervate if you can, Ashi. Thank you. There's the fire. He also does some type of debuff that slows, and there was the other boom. Ellies are up. He does something that lowers your attack speed, since your global cooldown gets affected. I'm not sure what it is, though. Innervate once you can. Thank you. Slowed, or slept, in the fire. And there's the combustion. Allies are up. There's the little wispy thing. And down he goes. One kick for good luck, guys. Oh, there are purple plate boots. Who needs?
I'll take it. That'll be a third piece.
Alright, I'm passing. I have no need for it. Now, this boss can drop this scepter right here, which is really made for the active. It's pretty cool if you guys want to read it. Increases intelligence by 40 and constantly recovers 30% of maximum mana for 30 seconds with a 2-minute cooldown. So it's pretty neat. Number 1's being pulled. Go ahead and aggro all the eggs, please. Thank you. one's... Alright, already got him. We've got a mini boss and a big boss left. Number 1 on the left's being pulled right now. We're gonna line of sight. Pulling number 1 on the left again. Number 1's pulled. Line of sighting. Alright. Number 1 on the right's being pulled right now. Okay, next up we have a supposed mini-boss, which I've never obtained anything from him, so I don't really know what he can drop, but it's a very simple fight. The target, he doesn't really do anything, he kind of just walks and hits really hard. He also goes enraged, and when he is enraged, he does like 3 to 4 times the damage, and remember, he's immune to all types of status ailments and stun. Well, he's immune to stuns anyways, but like things, debuffs like innervate and fire damage and stuff he's pretty much immune to, so you pretty much just kite him in a circle around here. You do have these secret weapons, which if you hit him with it, I believe stuns anywhere from 6 to 8 seconds. And along with the stun for 6 to 8 seconds, it strips his debuff. Alright, you guys ready? 3, 2, 1, go. There's his rage. Do you want me to tank?
Try.
Okay. Oh, we got the stun. Very nice. Ashy, innervate, please. Thank you. Innervating. Going for a hard cast. Down he goes. Okay, we've got 1 barrel phase, well, one barrel, then we've got 1 more pack, and then we're at the final boss. And that would conclude the dungeon. So for here you can do the same thing, you can stealth behind. I just grown to, I don't know, I like doing it this way, it makes me happy. Just make sure.
You can also.
What's up?
You can also blink over, like just blink straight across.
Oh right, from up to where you guys are, without even doing this part.
Yes, if you don't have blink, if one person has it, you can shadow step to them.
Okay, so as for the final boss, he's fairly easy. There's these little shields all across the room. They're usually in a corner of a room. I don't think they're on the sides or anything, but he'll do something called Something Witness. And on the Something Witness, he'll shoot these beams towards players. Anyone who has a beam will get turned to stone, unless you use a shield, which is like a little AoE around you, and it will reflect the beam back to the target, which would be him. It'll turn him to stone. When he is stoned, he will take almost no damage, but the flip side is, if you don't turn him to stone, and he turns you all to stone, and he is targeted on someone, he gets free damage over them. So that's the first thing. Second thing is he spawns these little light orbs all over the place. Very simple, you just walk away from them. They don't, I mean, they do like maybe 8,000 damage a hit, so just get out of the way of them. He has a chain pull where he'll pull everybody, he'll pull almost everybody in, At that point, he can just jump out. The scariest thing that he does is probably he can pull everybody in and then use something called Rampage, where he kind of goes in a little line towards whoever is targeted, and he does about, I don't know, 2,000 damage a second in his little AoE. He also has a... Does he have a charge too? Yes, he has a charge. The charge doesn't do much damage. The only thing it does is it'll trample you over, and if you're stationed near a wall, he'll keep on charging into the wall, and you'll keep on taking continuous damage. Other than that, when he goes in rage, you can also use these secret weapons just like in the previous boss, except it's a lot easier to hit him, since if you turn him to stone and he's enraged, you can get a perfect combo off for him. Other than that, that's pretty much it. Commonly known drops that this guy has is a really good heroic shield, which, well, I'll tell everyone to link this stuff after, so make sure you don't leave the dungeon right after this. He can also drop supposedly a pet, which is what I've been here for. It's pretty rare. I've done at least 30 runs and haven't seen the pet drop once yet. But other than that, let's get the fight started. Alright. 3, 2, 1, go. There's the witness. Grab a shield, all just group up, and you're good to go. Note that, as stated from before, he takes greatly diminished damage. Here's the light. There's his charge. He takes almost no damage when... Not no damage, probably take like 10% damage when he's in Witness and Stone form. When he's enraged and he's in Stone form or Witness, then he takes 1 damage, I believe, a hit. There's Witness. Pohx has a shield. It's a good time to channel long hitting abilities so you can time it. Once it wears off, it hits him. Witness. Oh, I guess he also has that line thing which does almost no damage. There's the pull. Innervate, please. There's his tail wipe. And there's the witness. Pohx has shield. Rampage, spread. Innervate, please. Witness.
He always does that when I innervate.
Yeah, that's very irritating since I can't drain mana. Doesn't look like he's gonna enrage this time. Nope, no enrage. And down goes the boss. 1 kick for good luck. Watch this one be the pet for the YouTube video. Nope, sad face. Okay, so that's pretty much the run. So right before we leave here, I want everyone, Gangsta, can you link me 1 piece of your heroic? And does anyone have heroic plate on them?
I actually have 2 pieces.
Do you have? I just need 1 just so I can show them the bonuses.
That's the shield.
Okay, so here's the shield that he drops in a blue version. If you guys are interested in it. Here's the set bonus for leather. Here's the set bonus for cloth. And Gangster, you got blue plate boots this run, right? Or arcane?
Purple.
So, purple, can you link them, please? And here's... Yeah, I guess here you go, you can see the plate set. And that's pretty much it. It's a pretty smooth run. It's an easy way to gear up. The gear is not super good, it really depends on what you want to do. But that's pretty much it. So, if you guys have any questions, let me know. Like I said, I may edit out just the boss killing one, so I'll see if I'm I don't know if I feel like editing. But other than that, that's pretty much the run. So hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys liked the video, feel free to like it. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And remember, you guys can check me out on my Twitch. I live stream every day at twitch.tv/Pohx, pretty much streaming Archeage content daily. And like I said, if you guys have any questions, you guys know how to contact me. YouTube comments, just YouTube in general, Twitch, Twitter. So also take viewer requests for anything you guys want to know. But like I said, hope you guys have a wonderful time. and I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Take care.